Massive Explosive Master God coming back to you with another episode. My hat bent up a little bit. I was sitting in the basket with my jacket on top, so smashed it a little bit. But I'll get it right. You heard me? Anyway, man, don't let nobody tell you you can't do more than one thing. Yeah, you can focus on one thing and do it, but you can have multiple things that you could be into and make it. Don't let nobody tell you you just gotta focus on one thing. What's your passion? It ain't your passion. You have to be passionate about your gifts. Remember that. Massive Explosive, massive job. You should be having an interview soon with emerging artist Double OD. He's back with his own set of rules and his own set of titles. You know, he gonna bring it back and tell you a few stories about back then. Massive Explosive, massive job. Check this, how healthy are eggs really, on the next episode of Massive Health. All right, sir. We're gonna ask you a few questions today. How long have you been doing this hip hop thing? Man, I would say I've been doing hip hop ever since I was 12. I heard Devin, Smith, and Nardo. I heard them in the lunchroom beating on the table. And also Nardo was beatboxing and Devin was rapping. And man, and all I was doing at that time was beatboxing. I was maybe 13 years old. I was 13. It was 84 because I remember the Fat Boys. I was already a fan of the Fat Boys, and the Fat Boys, I could beatbox. I could sound exactly like Buff. But until I heard Devin and Nardo rapping and beatboxing in the lunchroom, as soon as I heard that, and I heard all the attention that they got in a crowd, and I was already getting attention from my, joking and stuff. When I heard Devin spit those rhymes and Nardo hit that beatbox and they had routines, man, I went straight home and ripped my first rhyme. Don't ask me what my first rhyme was, but you know what? Shout out to Devin and Nardo for that. Why did you decide that it's time to bring Double OD back to the world? Well, the reason I decided to bring Double OD back is I wanted to bring back the true essence of hip hop and what it really is, and where it started and how it was started. Not saying we have to eliminate any other of the other culture, style, whatever, but just because one culture, or one city or one town or state is love with certain genres of hip hop, because we got multiple genres of hip hop now. Just because you like snap music, or you like drill music, or you like swing music, or I don't see why we shouldn't like real true essence of hip hop. Everybody should be an individual. New York style of rap shouldn't have never stopped just because Atlanta got popped off. They just felt like, I don't know, they just stopped, I think. But I guess we all guilty of that, because if New York is where hip hop started at. So everybody, even though we had our own individual styles, we mimicked the edginess and the hardcoreness of it. So I guess a lot of areas in this world slowed down a little bit, but not overseas. They still listen to everything. Shout out to London. Shout out to Dubai. Shout out to Germany. Shout out to Amsterdam. And shout out to Japan. Those are real hip-hop cultures. Real 80s breakdance, top tens, baggy pants type areas. And I'm gonna put an et cetera on that. I didn't mean to leave anybody out or any country out. India. Shout out to my people in India for looking at my page. I see y'all. I appreciate you. And maybe one day I can come out there and give an interview to the top people in India, or even the hip-hop culture that's trying to come up or has already came up. I don't know how it is out there in India with hip-hop, but I'm willing to go out, fly out, and see what it really is. What do you think about this no CDs, albums? What do you think about that? What do you think about streaming nowadays? And how much they get paid for the streaming? What's your opinion on that, sir? Yeah, hip hop, it's crazy, man. Well, you just can't go to the store anymore and get CDs. Well, you can, but they're not selling them like that. And people don't have DVDs. If they do, they got DVDs, but they don't want to play no CD when they can just jump on their phone and stream it. And streaming is terrible. They need to get more money off of streams. Why not? Why not? Why we can't get more money off of streams? Why? Why we gotta have to listen to a song for so long, for thousands of times, before you end up with a couple dollars, maybe $7, $10. Come on, man. They should be better paid for streaming service. All of them said they're better, but they're not. They're not better. What's a couple dollars more? You give me $7 for streaming one song forever, for streaming one song forever. Or, I don't know how much it is, but I know you can't go to the store anymore and get physical copies of any artist that you would like. It might be Taylor Swift might be still in the record stores. Beyonce might be still in the record stores. Michael Jackson music in the record store, but he's dead. Prince stuff might be still in the record stores, but he's dead. And you can also stream all of those artists I just mentioned. Garth Brooks might be still in the record store. Artists of that nature. But the little local artists that used to fight to get their CDs on the shelf, man. And now you do it yourself, and streaming data really don't pay you nothing. As soon as I was able to get some type of CD in a store in the mall, that's when streaming happened. And I was like, ain't this a bit? But you know what? I'm going to find that song that hit the stream. It's going to stream out of this world overnight. Nice with the verb, it's come through swerve.
swerving. I got a crowd nervous. I don't care if the cops are behind me. Brush my shoulders, wipe me down, dead too.